Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another weekly update on the McMinnville Oregon real estate market. This update will cover the last 6 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, July 24th. So as I always do, I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. So first off, we'll look at active listing activity. So last week in McMinnville, I showed we had 11 new listings kind of come on the market. You can kind of see that how that compares with the prior weeks here. It's kind of, right in the middle. Not a lot of change there. And then this last week, we ended the week at 50 homes on the market, which you can kind of see is unchanged from the prior week. And, up just a few from kind of where we've been over the past month or so. So not a lot of change in terms of the supply in McMinnville. The median price and days on market for the active listings, you can kind of see it's been holding pretty steady as far as the median list price. The last couple of weeks, it's been at 623. That's up a bit from the prior weeks. But days on market, you can certainly kind of see an upward trend here. Started the period at 15 days. That has been kind of marching upward from there. This last week kind of came in at 35 days of average market time. So, definitely a sign that, these homes that are been coming on the market over this past month or so, some of them have been sitting longer. Moving along to pending sales. So last week I showed we had 9 homes go pending in McMinnville. Again, that's kind of, in the middle of kind of where it's been over the past 6 weeks. But you can kind of see the total pendings continues to kind of decline a bit over this past month. Ended this last week at 77 homes in pending status, down 3 from the prior week. The median price and days on market for the pendings, you can kind of see what's been happening there. We had kind of at a plateau there at the beginning of the period at around 525,000. It's been kind of coming down the last 3 weeks in a row here. Last week came in at 475. But the things that are going pending are still going pending very quickly. So you can kind of see it's actually dropped over this past 6 weeks. We were at 7, and then it's kind of declined down to this last week was 4 days. So price points lower, but things that are going pending still are going pending, very quickly on average. So lastly, we'll look at the sold listing activity. So as of the time I put this info together, I showed last week in McMinnville, we had 9 closed sales. And again, that's kind of in the middle of, where it's been, had a low of 4, high of 18. And this last week, when I look at the prior 4 weeks of activity here, or basically the last month, I show we've had 43 sales in McMinnville, and that's been it's up from the prior week. Kind of in the middle of where it's been over the past 6 weeks. The median price and days on market for the solds that have in general kind of been increasing. Had a low of 479. High of 500. This last week came in at 491, which was down a few thousand from the prior week. And then you can kind of see days on market's been very, very consistent at 7 days on average. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the OLP or original list price. So the red bars is the weeks of inventory, and you certainly kind of see that it has been increasing from where it started at a little over 3 weeks of inventory 6 weeks back. But it's been kind of drifting just, right around 5 weeks here or so for the past 3 weeks. So not a lot of movement in terms of, the weeks of inventory. Kind of the same thing could be said for the sale price as a percent of the list price. You can kind of see it's been bouncing around, between 100 and 101% of list price over the past month now. So not a lot of change there. So, like we've been talking about, the market certainly has cooled down from where it has been, but it's certainly, holding firm, staying steady. And, we'll see if inventory continues to kind of, tick up a little bit or if we kind of hold firm here as we move throughout the rest of summer. So hope this weekly update has been helpful and informative for you. I certainly will welcome the opportunity to become your trusted realtor and help you move through life. So don't hesitate to reach out. My number is 503-680-2065. If I can answer any questions that you might have about the market or something in your particular situation, I'd be happy to help. So As always, I thank you for watching and have a great day.